Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.
Hi, and welcome to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel, and thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I'm sharing something a little bit different. I haven't got a completed garment to share with you this week because I haven't completed a garment this week. But there's been lots of other things that I've been doing which are still creative, so I thought I would film little snippets as I've gone throughout the week, so it'll be warts and all, messy hair in dressing gown, kids making noise in the background, so just little snippets of things that I've been up to this week. Some of it is snowing. It has been snowing actually, but no, not snowing, sewing. Some of it will be sewing related because I have started a new garment this week, but then there's been other bits of things that I've got up to, so I've filmed just little bits to share that with you. I have had my new computer that I've been waiting for a very long time now, so thank you to everybody who kindly donated over on my Ko-fi page. I hadn't quite made enough to purchase the computer, but with what was kindly donated, what I've saved myself, and a little bit of help on the 0% credit on where I purchased it from, I've been able to take the plunge and get the new computer. So I'm going to be able going forward to get a bit more creative with what I bring to you in my videos and things as well. But I'm just brushing up on some rusty skills, some of which I'll share in these snippets. So I'll head over to the footage and show you what I've been up to. Okay, so I just want to show you what creative stuff I got up to yesterday. Didn't actually do anything sewing related, but what I did do is some upcycling. So I'd got some old office type furniture, a desk and a set of metal drawers, which had definitely seen better days, so I decided to upcycle them. All in all, I'd say it probably took me about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, because I obviously had to leave the paint to dry in between coats and things. So let me show you what I've done. Okay, so to show you the upcycling that I've done, so here's the little nook in the house. It did have a cabinet there before, but I decided to turn it into a little nook for the computer. So here's the desk. So you can see I've painted the main outside of the desk with a grey paint, and then the drawers are blue, and I've replaced the handles. And then here's the set of drawers. So this is a real old vintage set of drawers. It's really sturdy. I don't think they make them like this anymore. I removed the handles and then just painted the drawer fronts, and I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. Just that bottom drawer there is a little bit bashed, but that's okay. This is the paint that I've used. So it's French chic paint, and I didn't have to do any prepping, and I didn't have to do any waxing because this is the Lazy range, which has got kind of a bit of the wax built into it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the finish of that. However, as you can see, the wall that was behind the cabinet, it's got all mismatched wallpaper on there, and that needs painting, so that will get sorted out eventually as well. But yeah, really happy with how that little corner has turned out. Okay, so just sharing with you the next creative thing that I'm up to today. I have shared, I don't know how much you can see of it, this cardigan that I made for Minerva.com. I made it quite a few weeks back now, and I have shared a video on that, so hopefully you've seen it. But my blog post is due to go live on Wednesday, so I just wanted to take a couple more photographs of this being worn with a different outfit today, so I can get those edited along with the blog post and get them sent off to Minerva. So I just wanted to show you where I take photographs. So this background will be familiar to you. This is also where I film my videos, because it's the conservatory, so I get the best light in the house in here. It's an absolute tip. We don't use this as a proper room. It is just to keep all my rubbish in. Really, well, no, not rubbish, but all my kind of sewing patterns and all the rest of it are kept in this room out of the way. So yeah, I've got the photography screen that I use for the videos, and for when I take photos it just gives a nice clean background. And then I've got the camera here set up on a tripod. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do, is take a few photos and then edit them. So we'll drop in some of the finished photos that I've taken. Morning, just dropping in very quickly to let you know what creative activity I'm doing this morning. It's Tuesday morning. I'm just getting ready for work, as you can see, still in my dressing gown, but got up a little bit early today because I need to submit my blog post and photos to Minerva. So you can see that's what I'm working on the computer. Behind is just writing up the details of the blog post, final edits in the photos, and getting those all saved in Dropbox ready to hand over to Vicky at Minerva. So I'm going to head off now and get ready and set off to work. I shall see you later. Bye. Hello, today is Thursday and I'm working a late shift at work today, so I thought I'd sneak in an hour's worth of sewing before work. I've actually not done any sewing at all this week because I've been working on stuff on the computer and that little bit of upcycling, but what I have done is got a pattern fully prepared, ready for doing a bit of sewing this weekend, so I'll just share with you what I've got prepared. Okay, so I have, for the first time in a long time, looked at a pattern from my Tilly and the Buttons Love at First Stitch book, and I've actually never made the Mimi blouse. So this is the pattern that I've traced off, cut out and interfaced. Here is the fabric that I've used. This was from Abercam, and it's just a, what do we call this? I think it's Swiss dot is what we call it, in this nice pink colour, which will be great for spring and summer, and it's a nice quality cotton. So I've got everything up in here, all traced out, cut out and interfaced, so all the pattern pieces that needed to be interfaced. Oh, I can't grab hold of it. Have been. And I wanted to just share with you what I've done for the interfacing, because this has attached much smoother than what it ever has done before, and that is because I used, where is it? It's there, the Cricut heat press to press on the interfacing, and it was so easy, so quick, and I got a really good finish, and so I'm hoping that that will stop interfacing being my most hated task in relation to sewing, because it was definitely much easier doing it that way. So I will keep you posted with how I get on with that top. Just having to re-record one of the little snippets of video because when I came to edit it, I'd recorded it in portrait mode rather than landscape mode, so it didn't work properly. But what I was telling you is it was Thursday morning before I was heading off to work on a late shift, and I'm doing a Skillshare class to brush up. Well, in fact, it isn't really brushing up. I've never really learned how to use Photoshop properly, and now I've got the new computer, I really want to learn how to use Photoshop and Illustrator, so I'm just going through a Skillshare class on that. So I'll just show you a little bit more detail over on the computer. Okay, so you can see here is the Skillshare class. So this is by Daniel Scott, who is an Adobe certified trainer. So there's loads of really great lessons. It's about 8.5 hours worth of lessons on this particular beginners or essentials training course. And then what I'm doing to keep my notes, I've got Microsoft OneNote, and I've got a Photoshop learning notebook set up, and then kind of breaking that down into different sections and then different pages within the sections, so that I've got my own kind of guide to remind myself on what I'm doing. So I kind of do screenshots as I'm doing things and then just mark them on here so that I can refer back to it. So I'm going to spend maybe half an hour or so doing a couple of the lessons on this before I then head off to work. I shall see you soon. Hi, it's Saturday morning, so I just thought I'd pop in and show you what I'm up to this morning because I am doing a little bit of sewing. So I did share the other day that I was starting the Tilly and the Buttons Mimi blouse, so that's what I've been working on, and I'll share with you how far I've got. Okay, so this is how far I've got on the Mimi. So you can see I've done the gathering on the front pieces on the back and attached them to the yoke. I've used my standard sewing machine and the overlocker rather than doing French seams. So that's how the seams are looking on the inside. And the next thing that I'm going to do is the collar. I really love the shape of this Chelsea collar. So here it is. I think this is really kind of my test run really for this blouse, and then what I'll do on further versions is maybe do a lace collar and add some piping details to the yoke and things like that, but this is the test run. So this is my interfaced collar. And the non-interface collar. So that's up next. I shall see you soon. Just here with another quick update on the Mimi blouse because I've now added the collar. So I just wanted to show you that before I carry on. Apologies if you can hear background noise, it's the kids. I say kids, they're 15 and 20, but you'd think they're about 4 by the amount of noise they're making at the moment. So yeah, here's the collar attached. So that's looking nice and neat. And you just attach the raw edges to the raw edge of the blouse. You don't need to worry about the raw edges because that's going to get enclosed in a facing. But what you do need to make sure you do is transfer the pattern markings so that the collar ends at the right place, so that when it's buttoned up, the collar sits correctly. So yeah, just make sure you transfer the pattern markings. So I'm going to carry on with this now and I'll be back soon. Okay, so thank you for watching. That's all I've got to share so far this week. I will share with you the completed Mimi blouse very soon. I'm hoping to get that finished tomorrow, so I'll keep you posted on that. And in the comments, do let me know what other creative things that you get up to week on week, kind of in addition to your sewing. I'd love to know, and even find some new different creative things to try out. So have a wonderful week, whatever you're up to, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
All my dreams are coming, all my dreams are